Let's talk a little bit about the community, shall we? Seems like every time I leave and come back, it gets a little bit shittier than it was before. And there's always a bunch of people griping and bitching and complaining about why the community sucks. It's not that big of a mystery, folks. The community sucks because the vid makers made it suck. And let me explain to you why. And it also ties into something that a lot of other people are complaining about, which is that YouTube is dead, YouTube is dead. It all ties into the same fucking shit. The reason that the community sucks is because everyone decided that they were going to make lots of money. So you had a community that had guys like MLD, you had a community that had people that were debating and talking about gaming, and actually getting into conversations and arguments and fights, and sure, some of it was made up and some of it was real, but it was fun. And you never knew what was going to be posted next. You never knew what was going to happen. You didn't know if someone was going to pull some kind of hilarious skit out their ass or what was going to happen, but it was fun. The next thing you know, you see a lot of people starting to drop off the wayside. Now sure, part of this was because of the fact that the PS3 outsold and the 360, and so a lot of the fighting stopped because the Xbox didn't have anything left to argue about. You know, MLD fucked off back to Canada, and that was pretty much the end of it because everyone else dropped out with it. However, the other thing was that you started to see a lot more of these certain kinds of videos appearing. The console war shit died off for the most part. I mean, it transferred over to PS3 versus Wii, which was never even close to what the previous stuff was. You know, guys like Dr. Trey and what have you, they just didn't carry it the way the guys of the past had. You know, the fighting was a lot more toned down. It wasn't as fun. But what you started to see was guys getting out of the console war stuff and getting into being gaming news whores. And guys getting out of the console war stuff and getting into doing first-person shooter game commentary. And the reason that they did this was because they saw other people who weren't originally part of the community that would occasionally do a troll vid every now and again, getting a lot of subs and making a lot of money from doing first-person shooter commentaries, mostly Call of Duty, and being gaming news whores. Now when I say gaming news whore, what I mean is someone who basically records some crappy gameplay, either off a PC or a console, doesn't fucking matter which one, and then they go to say N4G and they look at whatever the top 10 news stories are of the day. They record about 5 minutes of them talking and reading verbatim these news stories, and then you might get a minute and a half of actual commentary of what they think that's going to mean for the industry, and then it's like, favorite, and subscribe, and it's the same fucking shit. They all talk about the same news stories. So what you'd end up with is you'd come onto YouTube, you'd go to your fucking subscription page, and it'd be a whole long list of the same fucking topic. Now who in the goddamn hell would stick around for that? Or you'd go log into it, and all these people that had been making troll vids and yelling and screaming at each other and just having a lot of fun with it, they're all now recording themselves shooting and getting shot in Call of Duty. So if you want to know what killed this branch of the YouTube gaming community, it's this. They wanted cash, but they didn't want to do it by coming up with their own thing, with being unique, with being creative, with trying to pull in subs by just their own natural charisma and their own natural talent. They wanted to make money doing the same thing that they saw other people making money. And by doing that, they saturated their own market. And so as the number of commentators and news whores went up and up and up and up and up, the audience that was going to all these went down and down and down and down and down, so that all of them were making less money than they used to. And this is why eventually you're in a situation now where El Presidor has had to go back to work, because at one point he was making somewhere around around 8 grand a month off of his YouTube channel. 8 grand a month off of his YouTube channel. Now, that brings me into the second topic of this. The other thing that's being said is that as far as making money on YouTube, YouTube is dead. No one's making money off you. This isn't true either. People that have a unique gimmick, people who have their own unique talent and style and bring something to YouTube that no one else does, they're still making money. They're making money hand over fist. But you guys that were all doing the same shit, you know, like Wings of Redemption and all these different guys, that were all they were doing was talking over a video game. You can be, you can be good at a first-person shooter. That doesn't make you talented or compelling on camera. That doesn't make you humorous and amusing and having the ability to draw people in on camera. That just means you're good at a fucking video game. Okay? That's why your viewership is going down, your money is going down, because you're just another one in a large pile of people putting out the same fucking shit day after day after day for how many years now? Did you really think that people would stick around to watch this shit just because you're moving up to the next version of Call of Duty? What have I told you people? Call of Duty is the same fucking shit every year. No matter what you guys want to say. It could be Titanfall, it could be Call of Duty, it could be Killzone Shadowfall. In the end, it's still just guys running around shooting each other. It's still just virtual paintball, virtual cowboys and Indians, and they still gripe and bitch and complain like kids did with cowboys and Indians. I shot you first. No, I shot you first. There was lag. No, I was hosting the server. It's the same fucking shit. And of course it's going to get boring, and of course it's going to get oversaturated because all of you fucking fragheads are playing it, and of course the community is going to suffer from it because people are going to get sick of it and they're going to go watch something else. And it's the same fucking thing with the news. You've got the same people posting the same news stories where you go to your subscription page and it's 9 or 10 or 11 people talking about the same fucking shit, and they're reading it off of the same news article. And that's supposed to be good for the community? No, it was good for their fucking pockets. I don't even know whether they're making any money now or not. Don't really know, don't care. I do vids that I want to do. I do vids that make me laugh. Because I figure if it makes me laugh, or if it makes me interested or excited in the product, it'll make other people interested and excited in the product. I write skits because it's something that I would have liked to see someone else do. That's what I do. And lately I haven't really had any inspiration to make things because the community has been such ass. You know, I never left YouTube. I just sat and watched because I've had a lot of stuff going on at work. I had a lot of projects that kept me away from the site, with the exception of having time to watch the shit. And good God, the community is just horrible. And this is no direct offense to guys that do the news whoring thing. I can't help it, I'm sorry. But from my personal perspective, you're not entertaining, you're not compelling. You're here to make a buck. You're here posting these videos because you don't want to work a real job, or you had trouble finding a real job after the market crash in 2008. And this was your way of getting out, and you've been supporting yourself, but you haven't found a real way to transition into something else on YouTube and doing something with some real talent, some real charisma. And why? Because you don't have any. And now it's becoming harder for you guys because YouTube is cracking down on how they will allow monetization of captured game footage. I don't have that worry. I don't have that worry because I don't concern myself with whether I'm making money off my vids. If I make money, that's fucking fantastic. You know, I'll spend it on more games to talk about to you. That's all. What little I make, that's what I do with it. And this Xbox video, the don't buy this shit Xbox One, that's the most popular video I've ever made. It's got over 200,000 views on it. I haven't made a whole lot of money off of it. I made a little bit, and I took it and I spent it on stuff. I bought games to talk to you guys about. Old stuff and new stuff. That's what I do with it. I don't pay my fucking bills with YouTube. I work a goddamn job. There's two things that killed this fucking community. The love of green and the hate of work. It's that simple. And that's not to say that there aren't still people out there that are making game videos that are making money. You know, I don't know if the Let's Players make a whole lot of cash off of this site. Don't really give a fuck. I know there are some that are, like that Toby Turner guy and PewDiePie and all those guys, believe me, they're making fucking money. And then you got guys that aren't in the gaming community at all that just do funny shit and they talk about what they want to talk about. And they still make money, although one of them recently retired from YouTube, the Ray William Johnson. But even Ray William Johnson, you know, he, as original as he wasn't that original because he made his channel off of stuff that he found on other people's videos. He was basically the talk soup of YouTube. He was basically Tosh.0, only he wasn't on national TV. That's what Ray William Johnson was, along with like the musical projects and things that he did like that. The point being is that he was something different that wasn't being done to death on YouTube at the time he came out, and that's why he's successful now. You guys that are doing your Call of Duty shit, it was gonna die anyway. Why are you griping and complaining? It was your dumb ass that quit your job to do it. Or it was your dumb ass who was out of a job who didn't keep looking for one because he thought you'd make it rich off YouTube and you'd be able to do that for years. And the same thing with you fucking news whores. Again, no offense to guys like Icy Rhythms and some of the others that have been doing this for quite a while. But come on. You're not doing anything compelling. You're not doing anything to build the fucking community. You're not. You're reading the fucking news. That's all you do. You add a little bit of commentary into it, tell me what you think in the comments, and then you're done. That's not fucking entertainment. That's fucking news. That's taking something from somewhere else and regurgitating it. You're puking on YouTube. That's all the fuck you're doing. And then you wonder why the community is dead. And you wonder why the views are going down. And you wonder why you're making less revenue. Because you're fucking boring and you're fucking untalented and you killed the goddamn community. What would I like to see? Would I like to see the fights get back into it? Would I like to see debate going on again? Well, sure. But you've got some people that have just gotten sick of it over the years and they don't want to contribute anymore. You got guys that are bailing on the console war to go back to PC, and that's not a knock against Baldic Games. He's able to do whatever the fuck he wants with this collection. I think it was a dumb move to sell it all. But that's his right, and I'm not going to shame him for it. He still has his PS4. When the new exclusives come out, I guarantee you he's going to buy them. He's going to buy them. And I'm betting that everything that he sold wasn't exclusives either. He just sold his multi-plat shit and he just bought it back up on PC. But I'm getting off the point. The thing that's killing the community is the lack of diversity in what is being shown to this community. And I'm just as much to blame because I haven't been cutting it much either. You know, I made this new channel and it was supposed to be a more diverse channel. I was supposed to do reviews and do all this stuff. But the thing of it was that I was so entrenched in the trolling side of it that so much of my viewership was built up on trolls and trolls wanting to watch me troll other people and fanboys wanting to see me trash non-PlayStation fans, that when I would put up reviews, unless it was a don't buy this shit, nobody would watch them. And so I got a little bit discouraged about making the reviews, and that over time caused me to get discouraged about making videos in general. the bottom line, you make videos because you want people to watch them. You make videos, or you should make videos, because you want that interaction. You want people talking to you about what you've said and what you've done and what you've created. Even if it's to tell you that it sucks, you at least want some kind of feedback. It's not just about the cash. And if it is, if that's the only reason that you're doing it, turn off your camera and get the fuck off YouTube. For real. Shut your camera off and get the fuck out of my gaming community, because I don't want you here. I don't know if anyone else does or not, but if all you're doing is to make a fucking buck off of the people, and you're just going to be regurgitating the same shit, and you expect that to keep you out of a real job, get the fuck out of my gaming community. I want to see reviews. I want to see real commentary, live commentary, on-camera commentary. Get your fucking face in front of a camera. I want to see that. I want to see real debate. Basically, I want to see the community that was here in 2009. That's what I want to see. What I see now is a bunch of shit. I don't see, you know, where is an MLD? We don't have an MLD, and a lot of people will say, what the fuck's the deal with MLD? MLD knew exactly what he was doing. There was a lot more talent and brains involved in those videos than anyone would give him credit for. He knew exactly what he was doing, and I know because I was talking to him behind the scenes pretty much the whole time that while all that shit was going on. But we don't have any MLDs. What do we have? We have fucking drug addicts. That's what we have. That's what represents the Xbox Ones, fucking drug addicts. We don't have talent representing Xbox anymore. We have mostly Wii guys, one drug addict representing the Xbox One, and most of the guys that were PlayStation have moved on to PC. We've got a couple. There's a couple of new ones that have come up recently. You've got that guy that calls himself the Sony commissioner. You know, he's new, he's funny, he's got some entertaining stuff to say. We need you guys that have just been sitting and watching us for years. Okay? You long-termers, and you know who I'm talking about because I've interacted with a lot of you, that have never made a video before in your life. Go to Best Buy, buy you a Sony Handycam, get your fucking ass on camera, and you start entertaining us. If we're not cutting it anymore, then you need to be showing us what you want to see. You start making videos. If you think this community is dead, you do something about it. Because these other guys, they're just going to cling on to the same shit that they've been doing for the last couple of years, trying to drain every last penny out of YouTube that they can get. They're not going to step outside of their box. You're not going to see skits and entertaining shit from these people. You're going to see the only thing they know how to do. News and playing first-person shooters. And as far as I'm concerned, they can fuck off. So you guys that have been watching me for years, the ones that are always saying, 7th, when are you going to make another video? 7th, when are you coming back? 7th, when are you doing another skit? 7th, when are you making a video? It's my turn to ask you that now. Faceless fans of me, when are you gonna make me a video? This is 7th.